What's up, you guys? I'm here with a new video today. I'm here to do episode number 2 of Slim Sessions. First off, thank you to everyone who actually really enjoyed the new segment. Basically, it's for those of you that didn't catch the first episode, basically it's Slim Chat, a new title, a little more like kind of I guess like casual setting. You know, I don't have my cabinet no more, so I'm just off this chair, just trying to look cool. And let's just have a session. Someone put a really cool comment. Let's get some concessions for this session. So yeah. Go and get your concessions, whatever they are, whatever you want to drink, whatever you want to eat, sit down, and we'll just, we'll have a real good time. Here to do episode number 2 on side decking. Shout out to my boy Gage. He gave me the suggestion, said, why don't you make episode 2 about side decking? And I thought, yeah, I will. And I was thinking, all right, what approach do I want to take? And I decided, as you guys can tell by the title, the gift of side decking. And the reason why I say that is because I feel that the side deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! Truly is a gift, because it lets you fix things that don't work. And I think that just that idea in itself is crazy. Like, when you get handed a solution to a problem, that's just awesome. So basic stuff you guys already know. You get 15 cards. Between games 2 and 3, swap some cards in, swap some cards out, and you're just trying to make your deck better against the matchup at hand. So very basic stuff. You're putting in cards that work, taking out cards that don't work, and you're trying to give yourself the best advantage to win the game. And I think that's just amazing. I think that truly is a gift. You're able to fix like problems that your deck has against other decks, and you're able to put in cards that say, okay, I didn't do so well game 1, but game 2, this card's gonna give me a better advantage if I draw this versus this. Like, if I put in Twin Twisters, I'm gonna, be able to pop some back row. If I put in Battle Faders, I'm gonna be able to stop myself, prevent getting OTK'd. If I put in cards like Effect Veiler, I'm gonna be able to negate some of my opponent's monsters' effects, like, just very basic stuff. And the whole thing is that you're putting in cards that are going to help you against certain matchups. Now, there's many different, like, I guess, complexes to the side deck. So you get 15 cards, that's the basics. That can sound like a lot, and it can sound like not enough. It's like how everyone says we need a 20-card extra deck. I play Monarchs, I don't need any cards in my extra deck, but that's for another video. I have said it many times, yes, I wish our extra deck was bigger. Would I ever think that we need more side deck cards? There have been times, but at the same time, if you're able to get it down, to a concise 15, which you have to anyway, the ability to say, okay, it's learning your ratios. It's learning, okay, what do I side out and what do I side in, depending on if I go first or second against each matchup. And I guess that is where the real, like, conundrum can begin, because I'll be the first to say it. I have not always been a fan of side decking. Really, my side decks in the past have sucked. Like, they're just terrible. Until, like, I started asking, like, people for advice and ask them, okay, and watch plenty of videos and seeing, okay, why do they side deck that, and then try to rationalize it, explain it in a video. I just terrible at side decking. There have been a few times I loved my side deck. In previous videos, you guys might have seen when I played Artifact Shaddolls at the San Jose Regionals. I snagged my invite that year. I loved my side deck. My MVPs were Puppet Plants against Satella Knights, against the Mirror, and it was, tributing from Vanity's Fiend and Main Phase 2 after attacking with their monster. This shit was nuts, and also happy I did that. Like, I thought that was just, the tits. Like, seriously, it was just nuts. Even though most people were like, why would you side that crap? There's, to each his own. I thought that was really good. When I came back after like a little break and I played Lightsworn Rulers, and I side decked 3 Soul Release for the mirror match, just because I was like, Soul Release is going to just blow you out, and that's exactly what it did. The card was the nuts. Again, same things, but they were common trends that I saw, and I, along with just some common sense, I was like, okay, if I put these cards in against this matchup, I should actually, if I draw them, it should help me advance my game state or put me in a situation where I'm going to win, or where my opponent's going to be so far behind that they're not going to be able to come back, and I'm going to be able to capitalize on that. So that's where side decking can get really tricky, because you have to think, okay, if I'm going into, let's start into basic. If I'm going into a locals, okay, so I started going to locals. I've gone to locals 2 weeks in a row, and my side deck for the most part from Monarchs has stayed pretty much the same. I've changed a couple things in and out. I've changed, I played 2 different versions of Monarchs for 2 weeks, and some cards remained the same card, some cards did not, and Cards like Regeki, cards like Darkhold, they stayed in the side deck. Cards like Twin Twister, they stayed in the side deck. As you guys saw this week, I had played one Twin Twister in the main. I honestly didn't like it that much. Honestly, I think it was better in the side deck, so that's something that might change for next week. So there was stuff like that. Cards like Curse Seal, the Forbidden Spell, they were in there, and I just never used them. So you see, the thing with locals is that when it comes to side decking, unless you really like scope out the competition before you even play, you're honestly not going to know. A lot of people base their side decks on that. They go around, see what people are playing, and then they try to kind of run the numbers and say, okay, I saw a group here playing Cosmo, so a group here playing Monarch, so a group here playing Pepe. Well, I know what I need to side deck against. So, I mean, that could be a really just like basic, you know, just like, oh yeah, those are the 3 decks that everyone's playing. I better side deck against them. Then, you know, like for me at locals this week, Blackwings, Atlanteans, Dino Mist. I mean, I didn't even know what the hell to side deck. Like, I went in there thinking I was gonna play all like Cosmo, Pepe, the Mirror, and I played none of those. I ended up playing different decks, and my side deck was not what I would call 100% prepared for those matchups, but you can put in cards that are just good across the span of, you know, just decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. One of those cards, I have to say again, is just Twin Twisters. The card is just nuts. The card just solves so many problems. It's so good against Rogue. It's so good against Cosmo. It's so good against Pepe. Depending on what version of Monarch you play against, is really good. Like, it just, the card just across the board is just one of those cards that can, you know, advance your game state, can simplify it, can make your job to win easier. That's what when I look at a card like that, that's what I see. Raigeki is, I don't know, people are like, oh, bullshit, you drew Raigeki. Well, yeah. I mean, it happened to me. I hard drew the Raigeki in one of my games, and Raigeki just, you know, just says, well, your monsters go, swing, hopefully for game. But obviously, you're not going to sight it in against certain matches. You're not going to sight it in against Cosmo if you're not playing Dweller. You're not going to Raigeki the move like, oh, thanks, and then boom, all the ships pop out, the little guys, the pilots go boom, and then more ships, and just like Star Wars. It's like the freaking Death Star blowing up. Like, you're the Death Star, and you're blowing up because if I can kill you. So, yeah, I'm trying to say a lot of things in this video because side decking is just, for me, it always hasn't been the easiest thing, but over the years, like, I see just how powerful and what a great concept it really is. What a great gift it is to pretty much any card game that gives you the option to fix what doesn't work. And I feel one of the best things you can do is really think about like what the meta is. Think about what you're going to play against, what you have the greatest, I guess, chance of playing. Now, you by citing cards that are just good across the board, it gives you the best options. Like I said, cards like Twin Twister, cards like Darkhold and Raigeki, they're just good in general. They take care of cards that everyone plays. Monsters, spells, and traps. What do we play? We play Yu-Gi-Oh! What cards do we play? Monsters, spells, and traps. So, you know, they just pretty much, those cards just answer pretty much everything. By putting in generic cards, generic removal, generic advantage, you can sight it in almost every matchup. Then you can get really specific, like, okay, certain cards are for certain matchups. Like for me, when I cited Battle Fader, it was for Cosmo. I don't want to get OTK'd, but I ended up playing against Mermail, and I looked, oh shit, I can use this too, because they can OTK me too. And what happened? It worked. It was like my MVP for the day. And, you know, just things like that. By citing for one matchup, in reality, you can end up citing for multiple matchups without even realizing it till you're like, oh, okay, you can actually look through your side deck and say, damn, this actually works or this doesn't work. Like cards, like I said, Curse Seal the Forbidden Spell. It was only for the Mirror match. I didn't even play the Mirror. Kept it in there, though, because, you know, I thought I was going to play against it. So across the board, you can always side cards that are good in almost every matchup or good. You know, if you have the room in your side deck, I know 15 cards doesn't seem like a lot, but you can dedicate spots to specific problem matches. Like, if your biggest problem matchup is Cosmo, you can put a couple more cards for Cosmo. If your biggest problem matchup is Pepe, you can put more spell and trap removal. You can put Decrees just to stop the counter traps. If your biggest problem is Monarchs, you can put the Master Restrict. You can put the Magical Deflector. I'm trying to think what people side. You know, there's you know, multiple variants, but I guess just to like wrap up the video, side decking is an absolute just gift, and it's an amazing concept. And I still am not the best at side decking. I'm still learning. I'm still like, once I put a side deck together, I then, you know, at home, I'll be going through my things, like, okay, if I just won game 1 against this deck, how would I side? If I just lost game 1, how am I going to side if I'm choosing to go first? And, you know, you have to run all these ideas through your head. Am I going to go first? You know, you win the die roll, obviously. You don't, you know, game 1, it doesn't matter. You don't know what's going to happen until the, you know, till the end of the game. And then game 2 and 3, it's like, okay, if I won game 1, my opponent may choose to go first. I have to prepare to go second. I need to put in cards that'll let me go second or go first or second. And, you know, same for game 3. Like, are you going to start? If you lost game 2 but won game 1, and you're definitely going to start putting cards that are good when you go first. It sounds like a simple concept, but trust me, when you're like under pressure and whatnot, it's just like, oh man, you can mess up and you'll draw cards like, why did I side this in? It's happened to me so many times that it's just like, man, like, I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I rambled a little bit, but I really have learned to see that side decking is just a great concept in the game, and I hope that, you know, in the future, like, you know, I don't know, maybe they will. I don't know if they'll ever expand the side deck, but I'm hoping they expand the extra deck. Like I said, that's another video for another day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments below other things you'd like me to talk about here on this segment. Also, I am working on my lighting, you guys. I do have one light here. Someone said I needed to put some lighting, so let me know if this looks better than the first episode. I know the first episode looked kind of gloomy. I'm working on it. I got some lights. I gotta take the time and, you know, make a good setup for when I do face videos like this, because I really want them to come out sharp. I know people are saying my content's getting better because it's coming out HD, which is, you know, that's the point. So I just want it to look really good for you guys and really just clean. So let me know what you guys think. Again, just suggestions down below you'd like to see on other episodes, and I'll definitely see them. I'm trying to reply to everyone's comments now, and just leave a idea down below, and I'll definitely be showing it here on this episode. So yeah, that's it for Slim Sessions. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had some concessions. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching.